your wife, or therapist. I'm impressed. And how is that working out, if I might ask?
Just fine.
Really? No competition? No jealousy? No resentment?
None at all.
Even the fact, Dr. Gates, that she chooses not to use your last name, doesn't that raise a red flag? Also a little concern on your part?
I repeat, Mr. Steckler, my wife and I do not have any problems.
Okay. No need to have an attitude. How about the fact that one of you might be a better therapist than the other? Doesn't that kind of upset things a little?
Mr. Steckler,
please, we will have time for you later on. Out of curiosity, Dr. Gates, how many patients do you see in a week?
I'd say about 35.
And your wife?
I don't see any reason.
Please, try to be cooperative. You will see where I'm going on with this.
She sees about 40 a week.
Well, then she is obviously the better therapist. Otherwise, why will more patients be wanting to see her instead of you?
Mr. Steckler, my wife found you to be an extremely annoying person. I already shared that opinion with her and then some. While I find your condition intriguing, I also have no limits.
Maybe then you are the better therapist.
It's not a matter of either of us being better or slightly better than the other. This will put an end to this issue so that we could move on. I would assume the fact that one of us may be slightly stronger in some areas of the profession than the other.
Or weaker.
Again, I don't find that word accurate or flattering. My wife and I are both excellently trained and competently astute therapists. I do not feel neither of us is weaker in any area of our chosen vocation.
And that may well be the case. On the other hand, if you have two killer lions in a single cage, and one of them is stronger than the other, wouldn't you be correct in saying that the one killer lion, not as strong, is the weaker killer lion?
Mr. Steckler, I don't give a damn about lions.
No? Okay, let's make them tigers. say at feeding time, you throw both these tigers exactly one piece of meat. You can bet your behind that one of them is going to kick the crap out of the other one, right? Unless, of course, one of the killer tigers is a vegetarian. You and your wife are not vegetarians, are you, doctor?
No, we are not.
Good, because I really have no use for vegetarians. If you notice, they seem to have a sense of superiority about themselves, as if they are doing the right thing, and we are not.
Mr. Steckler, we are here to deal with your problems.
Yes, of course. And that is why I am so concerned that the jealousy and competition between you and your wife might eventually come in the way of my treatment. It is possible that I could end up as an innocent pawn in a tug of war between the two of you, each one trying to outdo the other, and then we can kiss my recovery, good luck, and goodbye.
Mr. Steckler, the jealousy and competition between me and my wife exists only in your mind. I do not see our relationship having any effect on your recovery process if there is to be one. God, you are really an annoying person, aren't you?
Well, yes. But once we get a handle on things, I hope to behave as normally as, say you. You would consider yourself normal, wouldn't you?
That depends on how someone defines normal, Mr. Steckler.
Like, how about a person who makes weird noises in a Disney movie? Like Dumbo? That's normal, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't call that normal.
You wouldn't?
No.
Well, there's another hill I have to climb.
Mr. Steckler, we need to get started.
Yes, but before we jump back into therapy, this time I would need some assurance that I wouldn't be abandoned like I was by my last therapist.
I assume you're talking about my wife.
I have to be honest, Dr. Gates. I may never get over the emotional setback I experienced with that woman. I was left feeling anxious and desperate.
She saw you for one session, and all which thanks most for to you. She was catatonic.
And don't you think that left scars? Experiencing such weakness, such vulnerability, when all I wanted was strength, guidance, leadership, and courage?
answer?
Well, to be a good Marine, you need all those qualifications. Strength, guidance, leadership, and courage.
Mr. Steckler, you saw my wife not because she was a Marine. You saw her because she was a therapist.
And the point you're making?
I'm not making any point here, but you seem to be making one, and I'm really losing my patience. Do you want me to treat you or not?
Okay. I officially appoint you my new therapist. How does that sound?
Good.
Just don't be so damn thin-skinned, okay? Let me tell you about your wife. That woman was found so tight. No matter what I said, it always rubbed her the wrong way. Between you and me, I think it has to do with her sex life. I'm remarkably perceptive, and I have to soon level it.
Are you nuts? Are you freaking nuts? Do you know what you're saying to me?
Yeah. So, you're my therapist. I'm allowed to say whatever I want. By any chance, doctor, are you having trouble with your sex life? I don't seem to get a strong male sexual message from you.
Let's get one thing straight, Mr. Steckler. We're not here to talk about me, my wife, or my sexual problems. We are here to talk about you.
Then you do have sexual problems.
No, I do not.
Well,